Okay, good morning and welcome to everybody who's watching today. Um, so today what we're going to do for Essentials 40S class is we will talk about the cosine law. And if you actually went to the blog, I actually called it the sandwich triangle. And you're probably thinking, what sandwich triangle is this that I'm talking about? So let's go get started, and then we'll go on from here. Might be a really short lesson, but we want to make sure that we're um, understanding it. Okay, so let's go right in. Sometimes when we set up a triangle, we do not know an angle and its opposite side. In such cases, the law of sines will not work. We need to use the law of cosine. Now, when we talk about sine law, okay, just to kind of go back and talk about that. Sine law, A over sine of angle A equals to B divided by the sine of angle B equals to C divided by the sine of angle C. Now, to be able to use the sine law, we need to have a complete pairing of side and angle. Okay, so we need to have a complete pairing. So that means there has to be a number in the top and a number at the bottom. Complete ratio, at least one. Have one. Now, when we go take a look at this one in here, we're going to take a look at some examples. Example number 1, you're going to see that there is no complete ratio. There's no complete. So we got an angle here, but no side. We got a side here, but no angle, no matching angle. And then you got the side here and then no matching angle. So sine law won't work. So there has to be another one that will work. Now, let's take a look at the two. It looks like it's two formula that we're going to be doing in here, but actually they're the same formula, but then rearranged. So these two are same formula. For our purpose for today, because we're looking for the side, we're calculating for the side, we're going to just focus on this top formula. This is a cosine law formula, okay, because it's cos. And this is for solving sides. Solving for missing side, just side. And then we call it, and then this is when we have a sandwich. Okay, I'm using that word again, sandwich. What is that sandwich? Let's take a look. Okay, so so in this particular case, a squared equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2 cos of angle A. Now, if we just get rid of this part in here, it kind of looks like a Pythagorean theorem all over again, but then there's a little part in here. So if this is my angle A, then right across from that, it opens up to the side, little a. Now, if this is my angle B, angle are uppercase, and then this opens up to side B. And if this is my angle C, then it opens to side C. So what happens here when we have this, we're going to have, okay, we're going to be solving for A. This is what's missing. And then we have to have a B. So we need to have this part. We need to have a C, which is this part. And then 2 is just 2 cosine of angle A. Cos is a function, okay? So it's not an actual number without this angle A. So angle A is here. Okay. Now, I call it a sandwich. Okay. Well, why is it called a sandwich? I call it the sandwich triangle because the given angle, okay, make sure that's the given angle, is sandwiched, means between two given side lengths. Okay, so look for the sandwich. So this angle here is sandwiched between the two sides, this side and this side. Okay, and what we're trying to solve for here, we will solve for the opposite side to that given angle. We will solve for the opposite side of the given angle. Okay, so this is going to be the one that's missing. Okay, so we have this formula, and then this is what the picture would look like. Now, okay, let's say here's a triangle, another triangle, and then let's say this is going to be 100 degrees, and then this is something x, and then this is 14, and then this is 12. Okay, so this one here, we can turn things around, we can change the angles, but as you know, can you spot the sandwich? Okay, can you see that the angle, this angle here, is sandwiched between these two sides, right? So here you go. So it could be in that form. Okay, so this also looks like a sandwich because the angle is in between two sides. And then we're looking for, and this is what's missing. Okay, so now that we've seen what the sandwich looks like, what the formula looks like, let's go straight to the example. Okay, so before we get on to this one, I have to make sure that my calculator says degree. Your calculator might say degree, DEG. Your calculator might have this little D on the top that indicates that we are operating in degree mode. Okay. So if your calculator says R or G, gradient, then we have to change it. Okay, so let's get started. So this one, I'm going to put it on the blog as well. I'll scan it. So if you didn't get to write down everything, it will be there. So we have two examples in here. Okay, so like I said earlier, we're only going to be focusing on finding the side. So for solving the side, when we have a sandwich, we're going to look at this formula. Okay, so let's go ahead. Determine the length of the side label x. Okay, so as you can see, the angle is sandwiched between two sides. Okay, so the angle is sandwiched. It means in between the two sides. And we're looking for the way it's set up for cosine law is that we're looking for this side right there. Okay, so how do we do that? There's no A, B, and C. What we're going to do is we're just going to call this our angle A, and that makes this side A, and then we're going to call this angle B. That makes it side B, and we're going to call this angle C, which makes the opposite side little c. Okay, so now it's set up, right? You don't really need to do all the labeling and stuff as long as we can see that, hey, it's sandwiched. This, I'm going to call this my angle A, so that's my side A. So A squared is equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos of A. Oh, you know what I forgot in here? I just remember I forgot B times C. So I got to fix that one. Sorry, go back to this one. B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times cosine of angle A. So if you take a look at this, B is given, check. C is given, check. Okay, so basically these two sides, and then minus 2 times B again, the same number that we put for B, and then same C value, and then A, angle A would be the 51 degrees. So you can see everything here is given. Everything is there. The only thing that's missing is this part. Okay, so let's put the values in here. So A, we don't know. That's our x squared, our x value. We're just going to do the substitution first. So x squared equals B squared. Well, what's the B? B is 5. So we're going to put 5 squared plus C squared. Okay, what's the C? C is 7. So 7 squared minus 2 times B. So times B times C. C is 7. Okay, this is just, there's no square here, there's no square there, it's just B. Cosine of angle A. Cosine of angle A. Angle A is 51 degrees. Okay, so let's go ahead and type that into our calculator. Okay. If you're typing this onto our calculator, we might be able to just type everything in here. Okay, so I'll do it all at once, and then we're gonna get one number. Okay, so don't do equal sign until the end. So let's try that. 5 squared Okay, so I hope you were able to try it. I got 29.9475. Okay, so 29.9475. Okay. So the next step that we're going to do after you've typed that in, okay, I'm just going to double check my work. So 5 squared plus okay. Now this is not quite the answer yet. We're not quite there, but we're almost there. This is x squared is equals to that. We have to get rid of the square because we just want the x. So to get rid of the square, what we have to do is we have to take the square root. Finally, we got to take the square root. Okay, so leave all of these decimal because this is not our final answer. Don't round off right here yet. Okay, leave all decimals. Before taking square root. Okay. So once we take the square root of x squared, we're just left with the x. And then, as you can see, I didn't round off too soon. Okay, I kept all of my decimals. Now I'm gonna take the square root. Okay, so you go ahead and take the square root of the answer. No, most of our calculator have answer key. Press enter. And I got 5.47. So 5.47. Okay, that's my answer. But what we need next here is a unit. So remember, we're just looking for side, and then all the sides are measured in centimeters. So this is going to be 5.47 centimeters. And that's our answer. Okay, so that's that part. Now, before I move on to example number 2, okay, I'm actually going to show everyone here that I'm going to get this answer if I draw the picture. Okay, so I'm going to recreate the exact picture there, okay, given that information. So this one is not exactly 7 centimeter, and then this one is not exactly 5 centimeter, and then this one definitely not exactly 51 degrees. Somewhat close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually recreate this triangle exactly, and then if I measure this part here, it should come out to 5.47. Okay, so let's do that. So the very first thing that I got to do is I do 7 centimeter. So I'm going to do 7 centimeters. That's 7 centimeters. You don't have to do this at home. Okay, I just want to show you that I'm going to get that answer. Okay, so according to the picture, I should have 7 centimeters for this length here in terms of side. And then I'm going to create the angle. Angle says 51 degrees. Okay, so if you were in our class last semester for grade 11 essentials, we talked about creating the angle. So making sure the one arm is at 0, and then this corner is right in here. And I'm going to measure 50, so 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51. 51 is somewhere there. Okay, so this is my one arm, and I turned 51 degrees here, and I'm supposed to make that 5 centimeters. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I recreated the exact picture that it should have been for this one. So I measured that this is 7 centimeters. I physically measured that one, and that's 5 centimeters. And then I measured this one, I measured it's 51 degrees. Okay, so now what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to figure out this length, right? We're supposed to figure out that length. In our calculation, we got about 5.49. So if I measure this, this better be 5.49. So let's give it a try. So, ooh, very nice. Look at that one. I don't know if you could see it, but this is 0, and then this is 5, and about 5, close, very close to 5.5. So approximately 5.5 centimeters, which is what we got. Okay, so this is probably more exact compared to the measurement, but 5.47. Okay, so I just wanted to show that to you because we can figure this out by drawing our triangle, but it's not a fast, efficient way of figuring this out. We could do it calculated answer. Okay, so that one, we're done example number 1. If you have any questions, I know that we don't have our live chat. Unfortunately, there's some issues with the live chat. So what I'm going to do is, like, if you have any questions, anything with the calculator, if you didn't get these numbers, please let me know, and then we'll try to solve it out. Okay? Let's take a look at example number 2. Example number 2, let's read it first. It says here, determine the length of the side label X. Now, I'm going to take a look at this triangle in here. And I can see I'm going to do quote, sandwich triangle. Okay. I can see the sandwich triangle because the angle is sandwiched, means between the given sides, two given sides. Okay. I need to put here the given angle. The given angle is sandwiched between the two given sides. Right there. This is the angle, and these are the sides. Okay. And this is a classic one. And then what are we trying to solve? We're trying to solve for the opposite side. Opposite side of given angle. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that one. We can just call this angle A. The given angle is angle A when you have a sandwich, and then this is going to be side A. And these two could be B and C. Okay, so we can call this angle B, angle C. So angle B is there. So this is side B. And then if this is, I call angle C, then this is side C. So A squared equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times cosine of angle A. Okay, so if you take a look at this one, this in terms of the sandwich triangle, the B is given, the C is given, the 2, well, the 2 is 2, B is given, C is given, angle A is given. So all of these information are going to be given, okay, are going to be in the question. So how do we do that? Now substitute. So A, we're going to call it x squared. B is 23. And then I have to square that. Plus C is 15. And I got to square that according to our formula. Minus 2 times 23 times cos C. C is 15. Cos of 29 degrees. Okay. Okay, sorry, you can't see that one. So now that we have all of these written out, so this is part of your solution. When we do our practice questions, make sure we have it all written out in here, filled in. Okay, nothing is missing. A is there. Okay, now the next thing is we're gonna just go to our calculator. So I'm gonna go to my calculator and I'm gonna go type all of these in, okay? And then I'm gonna press the equal sign at the end. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm gonna get 150.51240 and then a whole bunch more decimals. Okay, keep all the decimals. Okay, we're going to keep all the decimals, or don't erase it on when you type it into your calculator. Don't erase it because we're going to use all of them right away. Okay, so from here, what are we solving for? We're solving for x. But this value is for x squared. So the next step is to get rid of the square by taking the square root. So take the square root of both sides. Take the square root of both sides. So I'll do that one. Okay. And I got 12.27. Okay. 12.27. Now, because we're talking about side in here, our unit there would be whatever is the unit they use for side. Here it's feet. So this little tick mark there, that means feet. So I'll just put F T for feet. Okay, there you go. That's for that one right there. Okay, so those are the two examples. Just to summarize things that we talked about in here. to be able to use the law of cosine, this formula, okay, we need to have a sandwich type of triangle where the given angle is sandwiched between the two given sides, and then we worked it out. Formula, substitution, and then our final answer with our unit at the end. Okay, so for our practice questions, okay, so we're gonna stop right here. We're not gonna finish the rest. We're gonna save that for next time because we're just focusing on solving sides. So for our practice questions, I'm gonna ask that you try A. Okay, so this is on page 17. I'm just gonna zoom it out a bit. So this is on page 17. Try question A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C. Don't do the rest yet. We'll do that on actually Tuesday. Okay, so give those questions a try, and then yeah, we'll go on from there. Okay. So I wanna, before I let you guys go, I want to say thank you very much for participating. I can see that you are watching this live stream video right now, and if you're watching some other time, I want to say thank you for still participating. We have about a month left, actually, to be exact. So about a month left for lessons. So I'm glad that you're staying strong on these. What else? And I just want to make sure I mentioned this just in case you didn't know. On Monday, it's a Victoria Day long weekend. So on Monday, there are no classes. Okay, so that might be a good time for you to relax and to enjoy the weekend and enjoy the outdoors because it's going to be gorgeous on the weekend and this long weekend. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions, of course, please let me know on my, email me. Okay, send me an email. And yeah, I will try to help you out. Okay, have a good day, everybody. And yeah, thank you very much. And have a wonderful day working and learning today. Okay, bye for now.